The two most powerful words in the universe are not "I love you" or "please." They are "I am." Whatever you place after these two simple words is a direct command to your subconscious mind and a powerful declaration to the universe, shaping the reality you experience with absolute precision. For years, you may have been unconsciously affirming lack, struggle, and limitation with your daily thoughts and words. Your financial life today is a perfect printout of those past "I am" statements. The empowering truth is that you can choose to write a new script. This book is your guide to mastering the art of the wealth affirmation. It will teach you how to consciously and deliberately use the divine power of "I am" to reprogram your mind and command your financial freedom into being. I Am Wealthy Affirmations. Reprogram Your Mind for Financial Freedom. Written and published by Success Attraction Formula. Chapter 1. The Power of Wealth Affirmations. Imagine for a moment that your mind is a lush and fertile garden. For your entire life, the seeds for this garden have been chosen and scattered by others, your parents, your teachers, your culture, and by the random winds of your own unconscious thoughts. Some of these seeds have grown into beautiful flowers, but many have grown into the stubborn weeds of doubt, fear, and financial limitation. You've been living in a garden that you did not consciously plant. An affirmation is the act of becoming a master gardener. It is the conscious, deliberate choice to stop allowing random seeds to fall where they may, and to instead select and plant the exact seeds of wealth, success, and prosperity that you truly desire to see grow in the garden of your life. This chapter is about understanding the profound power of this tool. It will explain why affirmations are not just wishful thinking, but a proven method for creation, grounded in both practical neuroscience and timeless universal law. The greatest challenge for anyone beginning this work is the deeply ingrained skepticism that affirmations are just lying to yourself or a form of empty positive thinking. We are taught to believe that our reality is solid and that our words are just descriptions of that reality. The truth is the reverse. Your words, especially when repeated with feeling, are the powerful programming commands that create your reality. This is not a mystical belief. It is a process you can understand. On a scientific level, this works because of a principle called neuroplasticity. In simple terms, your brain is not a fixed, static organ. It is constantly changing and rewiring itself based on your thoughts and experiences. Every time you think a thought or speak a word, a specific set of neurons fires in your brain. When you repeat that same thought or word over and over, that neural connection becomes stronger and more efficient, like carving a path through a dense forest. A lifetime of thinking, "I'm always broke," has carved a deep, wide superhighway in your brain for thoughts of lack. A wealth affirmation, consistently repeated, begins to carve a new path, a neural pathway of wealth. At first, this new path is small and requires conscious effort, but with daily repetition, the new path becomes wider and more dominant until it eventually becomes your brain's new automatic default pathway for thinking about money. You are literally, physically, rewiring your brain for wealth. On a universal level, affirmations work because of the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. Everything in the universe, including your thoughts and your money, is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. When you are constantly thinking and speaking about your lack of money, you are vibrating at the frequency of lack. Therefore, you can only attract more circumstances that match that frequency. A wealth affirmation is a tool for consciously changing your frequency. When you declare, "I am a magnet for money," you are deliberately choosing to offer a new vibration. As you repeat this statement with feeling, you begin to tune your personal energy to the frequency of abundance. When your dominant frequency becomes one of abundance, the universe must, by law, bring you people, ideas, and opportunities that are a perfect match to that frequency. Your words are the tuning fork that aligns your energy with the reality you wish to experience. Before you can begin to plant new seeds, you must first understand what is currently growing in your garden. You must identify your current, often unconscious, money scripts. In a dedicated journal, you can begin this process of discovery. On a clean page, complete the following sentences with the very first thought that comes to your mind, without censoring or judging yourself. Money is. Rich people are. To become wealthy, a person has to. I am afraid that if I had a lot of money, I would. My family's primary belief about money was, and finally my core belief about my own ability to be wealthy is, be brutally honest. These sentence completions will reveal the raw code of your current subconscious programming around wealth. Let's look at the story of a man named Alex. Alex was a talented artist who consistently struggled to make a living. He consciously wanted to be successful, but he was always undercharging for his work and seemed to hit an income ceiling he could not break. He decided to do the money script exercise. His answers were revealing. Money is a source of conflict. Rich people are often greedy and unethical. My family's primary belief about money was that you should be content with just enough to get by. Alex was stunned. He realized he was running a subconscious program that literally equated being wealthy with being a bad, greedy person who caused conflict. His conscious desire for wealth was being constantly sabotaged by his subconscious belief that it was wrong to be rich. His lack of financial success was not due to a lack of talent. It was a direct result of his hidden money script. By understanding that your words have the real, physical power to rewire your brain and the energetic power to realign your frequency, you move affirmations from the realm of wishful thinking to the realm of practical, creative science. And by identifying your current money scripts, you have taken the first, crucial step in becoming a master gardener of your own financial destiny. You now understand the profound and practical power of your words to reshape your brain and your reality, and you have courageously uncovered your current, often limiting and likely inherited money script. But simply knowing that the weeds are there is not enough to create a beautiful garden. How do you now take these old, deeply rooted beliefs about lack, struggle, and fear and begin the practical and liberating work of dismantling and removing them for good? Our next chapter holds the key. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 2. Rewriting Limiting Money Beliefs. Imagine you decide to build a magnificent new home on a piece of land that you have owned for years. This new beautiful home represents the abundant and prosperous life you wish to create. However, the land is not empty. It contains the crumbling, cracked, and dangerously unstable foundation of an old, dilapidated house that was built generations ago. Would you begin to construct the walls of your beautiful new home on top of this faulty and treacherous foundation? Of course not. A wise and skilled builder knows, without a shadow of a doubt, that the first and most critical step is to demolish and completely clear away the old foundation, creating a clean, solid, and stable ground upon which to build something new, magnificent, and lasting. Your limiting money beliefs are that old, crumbling foundation. They are the outdated, unstable, and often inherited mental structures upon which you have been unconsciously trying to build a new life of abundance. This chapter is about becoming that wise builder. It is about learning the practical and powerful strategies to demolish, dismantle, and clear away the old foundation of scarcity, so you can create a new, solid bedrock of empowering beliefs upon which your mansion of abundance can be safely and securely built. Having identified your current money scripts in the last chapter, the next essential step is to actively and consciously rewrite them. The core challenge in this process is that your most powerful limiting beliefs operate on autopilot and will fiercely defend their own existence. Your subconscious mind loves familiarity, and a belief like, "I have to struggle for money," while negative, is deeply familiar and therefore feels safe to your primitive brain. The process of rewriting these beliefs requires a conscious, consistent, and compassionate interruption of the old, familiar pattern and the deliberate, repetitive installation of a new one. The first step in this process is to deepen your understanding of the hidden patterns that are holding you back by becoming an archaeologist of your own financial mind. In your journal, take the core limiting beliefs you identified and begin to explore the powerful emotions that are attached to them. For each belief, ask yourself, when I believe this thought, what emotion do I feel in my body? A belief like, "there's never enough money" is likely attached to the heavy and contracting emotions of fear, anxiety, and helplessness. A belief like, "I don't deserve to be rich," might be linked to the toxic and repulsive emotions of deep-seated guilt or shame. By identifying the specific emotional payload of each belief, you begin to understand what you stand to gain by releasing it. You are not just changing an abstract thought, you are courageously liberating yourself from a lifetime of painful and contracting emotions. The most practical and effective method for dismantling these beliefs in the moment they arise is a simple but profoundly effective three-step cognitive technique. Catch, challenge, and change. This is the demolition process for your old foundation. The first step is to catch the limiting thought as it arises in your daily life. Through the practice of mindfulness that you are cultivating, you will begin to notice, with increasing speed, when you are thinking a thought that is rooted in your old negative money script. The second crucial step is to challenge its validity. A belief can only maintain its power over you when it is accepted as an unquestioned and absolute truth. You must put it on trial. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," you must challenge it. Ask yourself, is that absolutely 100% true? Or is it simply that I am choosing to allocate my financial resources elsewhere at this moment? Is it possible that I could afford it if I truly made it a priority? This powerful questioning process breaks the hypnotic, automatic spell of the old belief and reclaims your mental authority. The third and most crucial step is to change it. You must consciously and deliberately choose a new, empowering belief or a reframe to install in its place. This new belief should be the positive, expansive, and liberating opposite of the old one. This new belief is the fresh concrete you are pouring for your new foundation. For example, the old, limiting belief, "money is the root of all evil," which creates a subconscious fear of wealth, can be powerfully reframed into the new, empowering belief, "money is a beautiful and powerful tool for creating good in the world and for blessing my own life and the lives of others." The old, shame-based belief, "it's selfish to want a lot of money," can be rewritten as, "the more money I have, the more generous I can be with my family, my community, and the causes I care about." Create a dedicated section in your journal titled "My New Empowering Beliefs," and write down the powerful, resonant reframes for each of your old, limiting money beliefs. Let's follow the story of Alex from our last chapter. Through his diagnostic exercise, he identified his core limiting belief, inherited from his hardworking and perpetually stressed father: "You have to sacrifice your life and your joy to get rich." This belief was causing him to unconsciously sabotage any opportunity that seemed too easy or fun, as his subconscious believed that such paths could not possibly lead to wealth. He decided to put this belief on trial and use the catch, challenge, and change technique. A few days later, an exciting and joyful business opportunity was presented to him by a friend. His immediate automatic thought was, "This seems too fun to be a real profitable business. It's probably not a good idea." In that moment, he caught the thought. He recognized it as the voice of his father's old, limiting program. He then challenged it. He paused and asked himself, "Is it absolutely true that business must be a joyless sacrifice? Can I think of anyone on this planet who has become incredibly wealthy by doing something they absolutely love?" He immediately thought of several famous musicians, artists, and entrepreneurs whose joy was the very source of their fortune. The belief was not a universal truth. Finally, he changed it. He took out his journal and wrote his new, empowering belief, his personal reframe: "I can create immense and sustainable wealth by joyfully and passionately sharing my unique gifts with the world. My joy is the very compass that leads me directly to my greatest prosperity." He then repeated this new belief to himself, allowing himself to feel the expansive, exciting, and liberating truth of it in his body. This powerful process of rewriting your beliefs is the most foundational and liberating work you can possibly do on this journey. It is you, the wise and conscious builder, taking the time and the care to clear away the old, unstable, and inherited foundation of lack, and to pour a new, solid, and powerful foundation of possibility, worthiness, and unlimited abundance. Every time you catch, challenge, and change a limiting thought, You are reinforcing this new foundation, making it stronger, more resilient, and more capable of supporting the magnificent and prosperous life you are about to build upon it. You are now bravely and consciously clearing the old, crumbling foundation of scarcity and replacing it with the solid, unshakable bedrock of new, empowering beliefs. You are preparing the ground for a magnificent creation. Now, how do you begin to build upon this powerful new foundation? How do you craft your own personal, high-frequency affirmations that are so powerful and so precise that they act as the perfect architectural blueprints for your new, abundant, and prosperous reality? Our next chapter holds the key to this creative process. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 3. Crafting High-Frequency Affirmations. A generic, borrowed affirmation is like a key that fits no specific lock. It may look like a key, it may feel like a key in your hand, but when you try to use it to open the unique and sacred treasure chest of your own personal potential, it simply will not turn. A personalized, specific, and emotionally charged high-frequency affirmation, on the other hand, is a master key, a powerful tool custom-built by you and for you, designed with precision to unlock the magnificent and abundant reality that you and only you desire to create. Having cleared the old, limiting beliefs from the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, you are now ready to move from the defensive and necessary act of weeding your garden to the joyful and creative act of designing the architectural blueprints for the magnificent things you now wish to grow. This chapter is about becoming a master architect of your words. It is about learning the precise science and the intuitive art of crafting your own powerful, personal wealth affirmations that resonate with your soul and command the attention of the universe. The primary challenge that causes affirmations to fail for so many people is a profound lack of personal resonance. Many individuals with the best of intentions download a generic list of money affirmations from the internet and begin to repeat them robotically with no real emotional connection or personal meaning. A statement like, "I am a money magnet," if it does not genuinely resonate with you and excite your spirit, is just an empty phrase. The universe and your powerful subconscious mind do not respond to empty, lifeless phrases. They respond to the clear, coherent, and powerful energetic signal that is generated only when a thought is in perfect alignment with a genuine, heartfelt feeling. The goal of this chapter is to teach you how to craft affirmations that are so perfectly and exquisitely tailored to your own specific desires and your own unique linguistic style that they sing to your soul and vibrate with undeniable creative power. There is a clear and dependable anatomy to a perfect, high-frequency affirmation. It has 3 essential and non-negotiable components. The first is that it must be stated in the present tense. Your subconscious mind is a profoundly literal and present moment mechanism. It does not understand the abstract concept of the future. When you state your affirmation in the future tense, such as, "I will be wealthy," you are instructing your subconscious mind to keep wealth forever in your future, always just around the corner but never your current tangible reality. You are, in effect, affirming the state of perpetually becoming, not the state of actually being. To activate the creative power of the now, you must use the 2 most powerful creative words in the universe. I am. The phrase "I am" is a direct declaration of being, a statement of current, existing reality to your subconscious mind. It is you claiming your desired reality as your truth, right now, in this moment, which is the only moment of power you ever have. The second critical component is that your affirmation must be specific and positive. It must be a clear and unambiguous statement of what you do want, not what you are trying to get away from. Your subconscious mind, which thinks in pictures and feelings, does not effectively process negatives like not or don't. If I tell you, "Do not think of a pink elephant," what is the first image that appears in your mind? It is a pink elephant. Similarly, if you affirm, "I do not want to be in debt anymore," your mind primarily focuses on the image and the feeling of debt, inadvertently reinforcing the very thing you are trying to eliminate. You must always state the positive outcome you desire. A more powerful affirmation would be, I am enjoying complete and total financial freedom. Furthermore, adding specificity makes the command much more powerful for your subconscious mind to lock onto. Instead of a general statement like, I am wealthy, which is a bit vague, a more specific affirmation might be, I am joyfully and consistently receiving an income of over $10,000 every single month. This gives your subconscious a clear and definite target to aim for. The third and most important component is that your affirmation must be emotionally charged. The words you choose must be power words that evoke a positive, expansive, and exciting feeling for you. This is where deep personalization is absolutely key. The word wealthy might feel good and empowering to one person, but the word prosperous, abundant, financially free, or well-supplied might resonate more deeply and authentically with another. Your affirmation should be a statement that makes you feel good, excited, and expansive when you say it. It should feel like a relief and a joy to speak it. Adding emotional language, such as I am so happy and grateful that, or it feels so wonderful and natural to be, can instantly infuse your affirmation with the high frequency and highly magnetic energies of joy and gratitude, making it far more potent. Let's follow the journey of Alex from our last chapter. He has successfully rewritten his core limiting belief into a new, empowering one. I can create immense wealth by joyfully and passionately sharing my unique gifts with the world. Now, he needs to craft a high-frequency affirmation to install this new belief and to direct his creative energy. He starts with the generic, I am wealthy. It feels flat, foreign, and unbelievable to him. He decides to use the three components to personalize it and give it life. First, he makes sure it is in the present tense, using the powerful I am frame. Second, he gets specific. His clear, measurable goal is to earn $10,000 a month from his art. So he adds that specific detail. Third, and most importantly, he adds emotional charge. He thinks about the words that make his spirit soar. The words happy, grateful, joyfully, and passionately resonate deeply with him. He plays with the wording in his journal, trying different combinations, saying them aloud to see how they feel in his body. Finally, he crafts a statement that makes him feel genuinely excited and aligned. His final, personalized, high-frequency affirmation is, I am so happy and grateful that I joyfully earn over $10,000 every single month by passionately sharing my creative artistic talents with a world that deeply values and appreciates my work. This statement is a masterpiece of creation. It is in the present tense, it is specific and positive, and most importantly, it is emotionally charged with words that are deeply meaningful and resonant to him. As you begin to craft your own powerful affirmations, use your journal as a sacred, creative workspace. Write down your clear and measurable intentions, and then play with different words and phrasings. There is no one-size-fits-all formula. The only rule is that your final affirmation must feel true, exciting, and expansive to you. You are not just writing a sentence, you are designing a powerful, vibrational tool that is custom-made to unlock your unique financial destiny. You now possess the architect's skill to design perfect, personalized affirmations that are clear, specific, and deeply aligned with your most cherished desires. You have the words, you have the powerful blueprint, but what is the invisible energy, the divine and potent life force that animates these carefully chosen words and turns them from a simple, static blueprint into a living, breathing, and dynamically unfolding reality? How do you anchor them with the pure, magnetic, and irresistible power of authentic emotion? Our next chapter holds the key to this magical activation. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 4. Anchoring Affirmations with Emotion. Words are the vehicle. Emotion is the fuel. This is the most important and transformative distinction to understand in the entire practice of verbal manifestation. An affirmation, no matter how perfectly crafted, that is spoken without the charge of genuine feeling, is like a beautiful, high-performance sports car with an empty gas tank. It may look impressive on the outside, it may have all the right components and a flawless design, but it is ultimately going nowhere. The vast majority of people who sincerely try to use affirmations and then claim that they don't work are making this one critical and fundamental mistake. They are mindlessly and robotically repeating words while their internal, emotional state remains one of doubt, lack, boredom, or disbelief. The subconscious mind and the creative forces of the universe do not respond to empty, lifeless words. They respond to the powerful, magnetic, and resonant vibration of pure, heartfelt, and authentic emotion. This chapter is about learning how to fill your tank to overflowing. It is about learning the practical and repeatable techniques to anchor your powerful, personalized affirmations with the potent and undeniable fuel of authentic, high-frequency emotion. Having meticulously crafted your high-frequency affirmations, your next and most crucial task is to learn how to consciously and deliberately generate the emotional state that is a perfect and harmonious match to your declared reality. The primary challenge here is bridging the often vast and discouraging gap between your current emotional state and the elevated emotional state of your desire already being fulfilled. You cannot be feeling the heavy contracting anxiety of your current bills and simultaneously expect your affirmation for abundant wealth to have any real creative power. You must first, as a deliberate and conscious act, shift your feeling state, and then speak your powerful affirmation from that newly aligned and potent emotional platform. The most effective and direct tool for generating this powerful emotion is visualization. Your imagination is the most sophisticated and powerful emotional simulator in the known universe. Before you begin to speak your daily affirmations, you will first use visualization to create what we can call a feeling snapshot. This is a short, vivid, multisensory mental scene that implies your desire has already been completely and wonderfully fulfilled. Close your eyes, take a few deep and calming breaths, and step into this beautiful scene. If your affirmation is about earning $10,000 a month, your feeling snapshot might be the specific moment you are joyfully paying off your final credit card bill. See the computer screen that says balance 0. Feel the immense and powerful wave of relief and lightness washing over your entire body. Hear the sound of your own happy, contented sigh. Or your scene could be you on a beautiful beach, feeling the warm tropical sun on your skin, sipping a cool drink, and knowing with absolute certainty that you are there because of the profound financial freedom you have created. The key is to make the scene so real and so vivid in your mind that your body begins to respond physically as if it is actually happening. Your heart rate might increase with genuine excitement. You might get goosebumps on your arms. A genuine and effortless smile might spread across your face. It is this authentic, visceral, and undeniable emotional response that is the rocket fuel for your words. To make it easier to access these powerful and often subtle emotions, you can use simple breathwork techniques to prepare your mind and your body. Your breath and your emotional state are inextricably and profoundly linked. When you are anxious or stressed, your breathing is shallow, rapid, and located high in your chest. When you are calm and centered, your breathing is deep, slow, and comes from your diaphragm. You can consciously use your breath to shift your emotional state from one of stress to one of receptivity. Before your visualization and affirmation practice, you can perform a simple but life-changing technique like box breathing. You simply inhale slowly for a count of 4, gently hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale completely for a count of 4, and then hold the exhale for a count of 4. Repeating this simple, rhythmic cycle for just a minute or two will calm your nervous system, quiet the incessant chatter of your conscious mind, and make you much more receptive to generating the positive and expansive emotions of your desire. Another powerful technique for preparing your emotional state is to begin every single affirmation session with a brief but potent gratitude ritual. Gratitude is the ultimate frequency primer. As we have discussed, it is impossible to feel genuine gratitude and the contracting feeling of lack at the same time. Before you even think about your desire, spend 2 or 3 minutes focusing on things you are already genuinely and deeply grateful for in your life right now. You can write them down or simply bring them to mind and feel the appreciation in your heart. Feel the authentic warmth of appreciation for your home, for your health, for a loved one, for the simple fact that you are alive and breathing. This practice immediately elevates your emotional state and tunes your vibration to the frequency of abundance. It is like warming up the engine of your car on a cold morning before you begin your journey. Speaking your affirmations from a pre-existing state of gratitude makes them infinitely more powerful and magnetic. Let's see how our friend Alex, the artist, integrates these powerful practices. He has crafted his powerful, personalized affirmation. I am so happy and grateful that I joyfully earn over $10,000 every single month by sharing my creative artistic talents with a world that deeply values my work. He knows the words alone are not enough, so he creates a daily emotional anchoring ritual. Each morning he sits in his quiet studio space. He begins with his gratitude practice, feeling deep appreciation for his artistic talent, the colors on his palette, and the simple joy of being able to create. He then does 2 minutes of box breathing, feeling his anxious, striving mind begin to calm and settle. Next, he steps into his feeling snapshot, a vivid mental image of himself standing in a beautiful, light-filled art gallery, surrounded by his own work, with a small, elegant red sold sticker next to his favorite, most personal piece. He allows himself to feel the profound wave of pride, joy, and deep validation in his body. It is from this powerful, emotionally charged, high-frequency state that he then speaks his affirmation aloud, with conviction, passion, and feeling. The words are no longer just words. They are the verbal expression of a powerful feeling that he has already made completely real within himself. By consciously and consistently anchoring your affirmations with the potent fuel of authentic emotion, you are completing the creative circuit. You are powerfully aligning your thoughts, your feelings, and your words into one coherent, potent, and irresistible signal to the universe. You are no longer just hoping for a different reality. You are actively generating its emotional and vibrational equivalent within your own being, which is the ultimate secret to making it your tangible, physical reality. You now know how to craft the perfect, personalized affirmation, and you have learned the essential art of igniting it with the powerful and non-negotiable fuel of pure, authentic emotion. You have the complete tool for reprogramming your mind at the deepest level. Now, how do you integrate this potent tool into a consistent, powerful daily practice that makes wealth consciousness not just something you do for a few minutes each day, but your new, automatic, and default state of being? Our next chapter holds the key to building this life-changing ritual. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 5. Daily Rituals for Wealth Alignment. Imagine a master gardener who wishes to cultivate the most beautiful, vibrant, and prize-winning rose garden in the world. Does she achieve this by going out one day and spending 12 hours in a frantic burst of intense activity, only to neglect the garden for the next month? Of course not. A master gardener knows that a magnificent garden is not the result of a single heroic effort. It is the cumulative result of a simple, consistent, and loving daily ritual. It is the act of showing up every single morning to water the soil, to gently pull any new weeds, and to nurture the budding roses. Your mind is that garden, and your wealth consciousness is the prize-winning rose you wish to cultivate. This chapter is about becoming that master gardener. It is about building a simple, powerful, and non-negotiable daily practice that will consistently integrate your affirmations into your life, making wealth consciousness not just something you think about, but your new, natural, and default state of being. Having learned how to craft and emotionally charge your affirmations, the next and most crucial step is to ensure their consistent delivery to your subconscious mind. The greatest challenge that causes this entire process to fail is inconsistency. People get excited, they practice their affirmations with passion for a few days, but then life gets busy, their initial enthusiasm fades, and the practice falls away. Without consistency, you are constantly planting a seed and then allowing it to wither from neglect. A daily ritual is the structure that ensures your new seeds of abundance are watered, nurtured, and protected every single day, guaranteeing their growth. The goal is to create a practice that is both powerful and sustainable. It does not need to be long or complicated. In fact, a simple 10 to 15-minute ritual performed with focused intention every single day is infinitely more powerful than a 2-hour session done once a month. The two most potent times to perform this ritual are first thing in the morning, before your mind is cluttered with the day's demands, and last thing in the evening, just before you go to sleep. These are the times, as we have discussed, when the gateway to your subconscious is most open. A powerful daily ritual for wealth alignment can be built around 3 core practices: mirror work, meditation, and writing. The first practice is mirror work. This is the act of standing in front of a mirror, looking yourself directly in the eyes, and speaking your primary wealth affirmations aloud. This can feel incredibly awkward and even confronting at first, but it is one of the most powerful techniques for building self-belief. When you look yourself in the eye and declare, "I am a worthy and powerful creator of wealth," you are bypassing your surface-level thoughts and speaking directly to your deepest self. It forces a level of honesty and congruency. If you feel resistance, it shows you where you still have clearing work to do. By practicing this daily, you are training yourself to see and accept a new, more empowered reflection of yourself. You are looking the wealthy you in the eye and making it real. The second practice is a short wealth meditation. After your mirror work, you can sit in a quiet space for 5 to 10 minutes. This is not about complex meditation techniques. It is simply about quieting your conscious mind to allow your affirmations to sink in more deeply. You can begin by focusing on your breath for a minute or two to calm your nervous system. Then you can gently repeat your primary affirmations silently to yourself, like a mantra. As you do, focus on the feeling of the affirmation being true, as you learned in the last chapter. This quiet, meditative repetition allows the affirmation to bypass the critical, analytical mind and to be absorbed directly by the fertile soil of the subconscious. The third practice is affirmation writing. The physical act of writing engages a different part of your brain and makes your intentions more concrete. In your journal, you can simply write out your primary wealth affirmation 10 to 15 times. As you write, do it with focused intention. Feel the meaning of the words as your hand moves across the page. This is not a mindless transcription. It is an act of scripting your new reality. This written record also serves as a powerful testament to your commitment and can be reviewed later to see how far you have come. Let's consider the story of a woman named Maria who decides to implement this daily ritual. Her old morning routine was chaotic. She would wake up, immediately grab her phone, scroll through stressful news and social media, and start her day in a state of anxiety and reactivity. She creates a new 15-minute wealth alignment ritual. She wakes up and, before touching her phone, goes to the bathroom mirror. She looks herself in the eye and speaks her personalized affirmations with growing confidence. Then she sits in a comfortable chair for 5 minutes, closes her eyes, and meditates on her primary affirmation, feeling the peace and security of its truth. Finally, she opens her journal and writes her affirmation 10 times. She starts her day feeling centered, powerful, and proactive. This small shift in her morning routine has a ripple effect throughout her entire day. She is less reactive to stress, she notices more opportunities, and she makes decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear. Her daily ritual has become the unshakable foundation upon which she is building her new, abundant life. Your daily ritual is your sacred, non-negotiable appointment with your own success. It is the consistent, loving act of tending to your inner garden. By integrating these simple but powerful practices into your daily life, you ensure that your new wealth consciousness is not just a fleeting state, but is becoming your new, comfortable, and permanent home. Your daily ritual is now powerfully and consistently aligning your subconscious mind with the frequency of wealth every single day. Your inner world is undergoing a profound transformation. As this inner shift solidifies, your outer world will inevitably begin to present you with new and exciting opportunities and a series of uncanny, meaningful coincidences. How do you learn to recognize these wealth clues and magnetic synchronicities that the universe is now sending you as a direct response to your new vibration? Our next chapter holds the key. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula. Give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 6. Magnetizing Opportunities and Synchronicities. Imagine you decide that you are deeply and suddenly interested in a specific and somewhat rare subject, perhaps the art of ancient Japanese pottery known as kintsugi, where broken ceramics are repaired with gold-dusted lacquer. You spend a week immersing yourself in books and articles about it, thinking about its philosophy with passion and focus. Suddenly, something magical and uncanny seems to happen. You overhear a conversation about kintsugi at a nearby cafe. You are scrolling through a streaming service, and a new documentary about it is featured on your homepage. You walk past a small, independent bookstore you have passed 1,000 times before, and today, in the front window, is a beautiful imported book on that very subject. Were these opportunities to learn more not there before? They were. But your new, focused intention and your elevated level of awareness have now made you a vibrational match to them, allowing your mind to finally perceive them. Your brain has been programmed to spot what it is now looking for. The law of attraction works in precisely the same powerful and practical way. As you diligently practice your wealth affirmations and consistently align your energy, you are not magically creating opportunities out of thin air. You are powerfully tuning your perception and your vibration to recognize and magnetize the infinite opportunities that are already and have always been all around you. This chapter is about the exciting and tangible external manifestation of your dedicated and consistent internal work. The primary challenge at this stage of the process is that people often miss, dismiss, or fail to act upon the very opportunities they have been so diligently asking for. This is because these opportunities and signs often do not arrive in the grand, dramatic, and unmistakable fashion we expect. They usually appear as small, subtle synchronicities, quiet intuitive nudges, or seemingly random chance encounters. A synchronicity is a meaningful coincidence, a series of events so perfectly and improbably timed that it feels like a clear wink from the universe, a sign that you are on the right path. Learning to recognize and act upon these powerful signals is the key to turning your inner state of alignment into tangible, real-world outer results. Your consistent affirmation practice has two profound and scientifically observable effects. First, it tunes your energetic frequency, or your body's electromagnetic signature, to the vibration of wealth and success. This makes you an energetic, magnetic beacon for people, ideas, and circumstances that are resonating on that same prosperous frequency. Second, on a purely neurological level, it programs a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, RAS. The RAS is the powerful gatekeeper and filter of your brain. It is responsible for sorting through the billions of bits of sensory information you are exposed to every single second, and only allowing into your conscious awareness what it deems to be important and relevant to you. By consistently repeating affirmations like, "I am a magnet for profitable opportunities and brilliant ideas," you are literally programming your RAS to be on high alert for anything and everything in your environment that matches that specific command. You will, quite literally, start to notice opportunities, hear snippets of conversations, and see possibilities that you were completely and utterly blind to before. To make the most of this new and powerful magnetic state, you must adopt some realistic and practical strategies. The first is to practice networking with intention. Before you go to any social or professional gathering, whether it's a formal conference or a casual party, you must take a moment to perform a pre-event alignment. Anchor yourself in your primary wealth affirmation. Remind yourself of the successful and abundant identity you are now embodying. Then, enter the event not with the needy, contracting energy of what can I get from these people, but with the confident, expansive, and abundant energy of what value can I offer, and I wonder what wonderful and synergistic connections the universe has in store for me here. This abundant, service-oriented mindset is incredibly attractive and will naturally draw the right people and the right conversations to you. The second strategy is to continue diligently journaling your wins in your evidence journal. This practice is now more important than ever. Every time a small synchronicity occurs, you get an inspired idea, you meet someone helpful, you receive an unexpected check, you overhear a relevant conversation, you must record it. This does two critical things. First, it proves to your logical, skeptical mind that the process is working, which strengthens your belief and makes your future affirmations even more powerful. Second, it trains you to become a more astute and sophisticated observer of how the universe communicates with you. You will start to see the beautiful and intricate patterns and to understand the joyful, interactive game of creation you are now consciously playing. Let's look at the story of a man named Ben, who was using his powerful affirmations to manifest the necessary funding for his new and innovative tech startup. His primary affirmation was, "I am so happy and grateful that I easily and joyfully attract the perfect, visionary investors who believe in my mission and are excited to fully fund my company." He practiced his daily rituals with unwavering dedication. One afternoon, while reading a trade magazine, an article about a small niche tech conference in another city seemed to leap off the page at him. This was his RAS at work. He felt a strong, inspired nudge to attend. He almost dismissed it as an impractical expense, but he had learned to trust these nudges. While at the conference, during a coffee break, he was networking with intention, feeling calm and confident in his new identity. He overheard two people at the next table discussing the exact frustrating challenges in the tech industry that his startup was specifically designed to solve. Instead of being shy or waiting for the perfect moment, the old Ben would have done nothing. But the new Ben, remembering his affirmation, took a deep breath and confidently introduced himself. It turned out that one of the individuals was not an investor, but was so incredibly impressed by his vision and his passion that he insisted on introducing him to his former boss, a legendary venture capitalist. This one inspired action, born from his aligned state and his willingness to act on a wealth clue, led to a series of meetings that resulted in his company being fully funded and then some. The lucky break was a direct result of his new vibration, and his ability to recognize and act on the synchronistic trail of breadcrumbs was the key that unlocked it. When you align your inner world through your dedicated affirmation practice, your outer world will begin to present you with a steady and often surprising stream of these wealth clues, open doors, and divine synchronicities. Your only job is to recognize them as the direct answers to your affirmations and to act upon them with the calm confidence of someone who knows without a doubt that they are being guided. You are now a powerful magnet for opportunities, and you are learning to skillfully recognize and act on the beautiful and uncanny synchronicities that the universe is joyfully sending your way. But how do you take this powerful practice beyond your quiet, daily rituals and into the high-stakes, pressure-filled, real-world moments of your financial life? How do you learn to use your affirmations as a real-time strategic tool when you are making critical decisions, taking calculated risks, or confidently negotiating for what you are truly worth? Our next chapter holds the key to this advanced application. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 7. Affirmations in Action and Decision Making. An affirmation is not just a tool for quiet, peaceful morning meditation. It is a powerful weapon for the boardroom, a secret and profound advantage for the negotiation table, and a trusted, unwavering compass for the crossroads of every important financial decision you will ever make. You have done the profound and life-changing work of reprogramming your subconscious mind and learning to recognize the ever-increasing flow of opportunities that are now being drawn to you. The next stage in your complete mastery of this process is to learn how to apply the immense power of your affirmations beyond your quiet, daily practice and into the dynamic, real-time, and often high-pressure situations of your financial life. This is about transforming your affirmations from a passive, long-term programming tool into an active, strategic, and highly effective decision-making guide that you can use in the moments that matter most. The primary and most significant challenge at this stage of your journey is the powerful and deeply ingrained tendency to revert to old, fearful, scarcity-based patterns of thought and behavior when you are under pressure. It is one thing to feel abundant, confident, and powerful when you are sitting peacefully in your meditation chair in the quiet of the morning. It is quite another to maintain that serene and empowered state of being when you are facing a tough negotiation with your boss, a significant and risky investment decision, or an opportunity that requires a bold leap of faith. In these crucial high-stakes moments, the old subconscious programming of fear, doubt, and unworthiness can roar back to life with a vengeance, causing you to make important decisions from a place of contraction, anxiety, and limitation, rather than from a place of expansion, clarity, and power. The strategic and conscious use of your affirmations in these specific moments is your most powerful tool for staying anchored in your new, wealthy identity, ensuring that you act and decide as the successful person you have chosen to become. The first practical strategy is to use your affirmations as a deliberate and powerful pre-game ritual. Before you enter any significant or potentially stressful financial situation, a job interview, a meeting with a potential high-value client, a call with your bank to ask for a loan, or a salary negotiation, you must take a few minutes to intentionally and powerfully align your energy. Find a quiet space, even if it is just your car in the parking lot or a bathroom stall, and take several deep, calming breaths to center yourself. Then you will speak your primary, relevant, and targeted affirmation aloud with power, passion, and feeling. If you are going into a salary negotiation, your pre-game affirmation might be, "I am a confident and powerful negotiator who clearly and eloquently communicates my immense value and creates magnificent win-win outcomes." By consciously and deliberately activating this specific identity and this powerful emotional state right before the event, you walk into the room with a completely different and far more magnetic, energetic presence. You are no longer a nervous applicant hoping for a good outcome. You are a powerful creator commanding one. The second strategy is to use a short, powerful, and silent affirmation as a mental anchor during a stressful or challenging situation. High-pressure situations can trigger our primitive fight-or-flight response, a state often referred to as an amygdala hijack, which causes our logical, creative minds to go offline and our old, fear-based reactive patterns to take over. You can choose a short, simple, and powerful affirmation to use as a silent mantra to keep yourself centered and in your power. For example, during a difficult negotiation where you feel yourself starting to get flustered or intimidated, you can silently and repeatedly say to yourself, "I am calm, centered, and secure." This simple but powerful act can keep you grounded in your power, preventing you from making an emotional or reactive decision that you might later regret. It is your secret, internal anchor in the midst of any external storm. Let's look at a detailed, real-world scenario of these strategies in action. A woman named Jessica is preparing for her annual performance review, where she intends to ask for a significant and well-deserved raise. In the past, these conversations have filled her with a sense of dread. She would go in feeling unworthy and almost apologetic for asking, and would usually accept whatever was offered to her without question. But now, she has been diligently practicing her affirmations. Her pre-game ritual is crucial. For the 15 minutes before the meeting, she sits in her car in the company parking lot. She does her box breathing to calm her nervous system. She then visualizes the meeting going perfectly, seeing her boss smiling and agreeing to her request. Finally, she repeats her specific, targeted affirmation aloud 10 times, with growing power and conviction. "I am a highly valuable and indispensable member of this team. I am so happy and grateful that I confidently and clearly communicate my value, and I am joyfully and graciously receiving a salary that fully reflects my true worth." She walks into the meeting with a calm, powerful, and confident energy. During the negotiation, her boss praises her work but presents a counteroffer that is significantly lower than what she wants. The old Jessica would have immediately and gratefully accepted it out of fear of conflict. But the new Jessica, feeling that old, familiar wave of fear and unworthiness begin to rise, silently uses her mental anchor. She takes a calm breath and repeats to herself, "I am worthy. I am valuable." This anchor gives her the internal strength and clarity to calmly and respectfully hold her ground. Instead of folding, She smiles and proceeds to provide more clear evidence of her contributions and the value she has brought to the company, and she confidently restates her desired salary. The result is that she successfully negotiates a raise that is far higher than what she would have previously settled for. Her affirmation, used both as a pre-game ritual and a real-time anchor, completely changed the outcome of the situation by first changing her. Finally, you must use affirmations in your post-game review. What you do after the event is just as important. If the outcome was successful, you must immediately anchor that win. Affirm, "I am so grateful for this successful outcome. I am a powerful and effective creator." This reinforces the new identity. If the outcome was not what you desired, you must avoid self-criticism at all costs. Instead, you affirm, "I am grateful for this experience and the valuable feedback it has given me. I am a resilient creator who learns and grows from every single situation, and this is preparing me for an even greater success." This prevents a perceived failure from undoing your powerful reprogramming work. You have now mastered the art of using your powerful affirmations as both a long-term, deep subconscious programming tool and as a practical, real-time, and highly effective decision-making guide. The final and most important step in this entire journey is to move from actively using your affirmations to passively and naturally being the affirmation. How do you so fully and completely embody your new wealth identity that abundance ceases to be something you are trying to attract and becomes your natural, normal, and default state of being? Our final chapter holds the key to this ultimate integration. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 8. Living the Wealth Identity. Imagine a world-class actor who has been cast in the role of a lifetime, the role of a confident, wise, and benevolent monarch. In the beginning of the process, he must consciously and deliberately work to embody this new character. He studies the script meticulously. He rehearses his lines until they are second nature. He thinks deeply about his character's motivations, and he consciously adjusts his posture, his gait, and his tone of voice to match that of a king. This is the stage of conscious and often effortful practice. But after months of dedicated and deep immersion in the role, something magical and transformative happens. He no longer has to think about the character. He has so fully and completely integrated the role into his very being that he can walk, talk, think, and react as the monarch, naturally and effortlessly. He is no longer an actor playing a role. He has, for all intents and purposes, become the character. This is the final and most beautiful stage of your journey with wealth affirmations. It is the stage of complete and total embodiment, where you are no longer consciously doing the practice of being wealthy, but have instead, through your consistent and dedicated practice, naturally and effortlessly become a wealthy person in your mind, in your spirit, and in your very identity. This concluding chapter is about the ultimate and lasting integration of all the principles and practices you have learned. The final goal of this entire journey is for the I am wealthy mindset to become your new, comfortable, and automatic second nature. It is about the powerful and graceful shift from doing the practices of abundance to being a living, breathing embodiment of abundance. A truly wealthy person, in the holistic and spiritual sense, does not need to be constantly reminded to think abundantly, to see opportunity, or to act with confidence. This way of being has become their default operating system. Their mind is now, through the profound process you have learned, naturally and automatically wired for success, for opportunity, for resilience, and for perpetual and joyful expansion. To anchor this new and powerful wealth identity for the long term, making it a permanent part of who you are, there are two final powerful projects you can joyfully undertake. The first is to create a physical vision board. While we have focused primarily on the immense power of verbal and internal affirmations, creating a physical, visual representation of your now solidified identity is a powerful way to anchor it in your daily reality. Your vision board at this advanced stage of your journey is not a tool for desperate wishing or longing. It is a beautiful and joyful celebration of who you have now become. On a large board, you will place images, words, and quotes that are a perfect reflection of your new abundant life. These are images of the places you will travel, the beautiful home you will live in, the people you will help, and most importantly, the feelings you now experience on a daily basis. Images that evoke joy, freedom, deep peace, and profound contribution. This board becomes a constant, joyful, and passive affirmation, a daily visual reminder from your physical environment that your new wealthy identity is your real and true identity. It is a mirror that reflects not what you want, but who you are. The second and most profound project is to create your legacy plan. This is a sacred document written in your journal that answers the powerful and expansive question, now that I am a wealthy and abundant person, what is the positive, loving, and lasting impact I want to have on the world? This is a crucial and beautiful step that shifts your entire focus from the energy of receiving to the even higher frequency of joyful contribution. A true and lasting wealth identity is not about hoarding money. It is about becoming a powerful and effective channel for the circulation of abundance in the world. Your legacy plan might include the specific charities you want to support, the family members you want to help, the innovative business you want to build to solve a problem in the world, or the beautiful art you want to create to inspire and uplift humanity. By defining a purpose for your wealth that is larger and more expansive than your own personal needs and desires, you create an incredibly powerful and noble why that will fuel your continued expansion for the rest of your life. It solidifies your identity as a good, generous, and responsible steward of universal abundance. Living the wealth identity means your fundamental response to life changes completely. When an unexpected expense arises, your automatic thought is no longer the fearful, contracting thought of, oh no, another problem, but rather the calm, trusting thought of, okay, the universe is asking for money to flow through me right now. More will always come. When a new and exciting opportunity appears, your automatic response is no longer the fear-based and self-doubting thought of, I'm not ready for that, but the confident, abundance-based thought of, this looks interesting. Let's explore it. You naturally and automatically see solutions instead of problems. You see opportunities instead of obstacles. You see the world not as a place of scarcity and competition, but as a friendly, supportive, and infinitely abundant field of pure potential. Your entire perception of the world has been permanently and beautifully upgraded. This is the ultimate freedom that this journey offers you. It is not just freedom from debt or the daily grind of financial worry. It is the profound freedom from the entire mindset of lack and limitation. It is the freedom that comes from knowing on a deep, cellular, and unshakable level that you are a powerful creator, that the universe is a friendly and supportive place that is always conspiring in your favor, and that you are unconditionally and eternally worthy of all the good that life has to offer. This is not a destination at which you arrive and then you are done. It is a new, more empowered, more joyful, and more beautiful way of living your life, day by day, moment by moment. The affirmations have done their profound work. They have not just changed your bank account, they have fundamentally changed you. And this new, abundant, and empowered you is the greatest and most valuable treasure of all. You have now journeyed through the entire powerful process of reprogramming your mind for a life of profound and lasting financial freedom. You began by understanding the immense and often untapped power of your words to reshape your brain and your reality. You learned how to courageously clear away the old, limiting beliefs from your past and how to craft and emotionally charge new, powerful affirmations for your future. You built a consistent daily ritual to install your new programming. You learned how to magnetize opportunities and to use your affirmations as a real-time guide for your most important actions and decisions. Finally, you have learned how to fully and completely embody your new wealth identity, making abundance not just a goal you are striving for, but your natural and unshakable state of being. You now hold the complete blueprint to use the divine power of I Am to create a life of magnificent and lasting prosperity. Thank you for taking this profound journey of empowerment with us. We are honored to have been your guide. Please show your support by liking this video, commenting with your insights, and subscribing to Success Attraction Formula.